Early Prime data looking positive for Amazon. Consumers spending $6.4 billion on the first day. That's up almost 6% from last year. And driving the single biggest e-commerce day so far in 2023. All of that according to Adobe. Joining us now for a read on Prime Day and the consumer more broadly, Gerald Storch, former Target vice chair. What does Prime Day, Jerry, say about broader consumer? You think you read into these numbers?
Well, I think Prime Day is going to be good. I think it's going to be up, hopefully, good double digits. And Amazon has put a lot into it. They've advertised it very heavily. They want to show they can show a gain. And all the other retailers have piled on. The question is where their Prime Day is going to be good. It's going to be good. It'll be, $13 billion, $14 billion worth of sales. And if you think about that, that's almost as much as a retailer like Nordstrom's or Gap or Kohl's does in the entire year. So that'll just be Prime Days. But having said that, how much of that is pulling sales forward from later in the year? That's what we really want to know. And some of it, no doubt, was also deferring sales because they've been advertising for some time. So the event will be successful. What does it say about the rest of the holiday shopping season? We don't know yet.
That's what I'm wondering. And what does it say about the state of the consumer, which you've been kind of bearish on, right, Jerry, and saying that the consumer is more strained than everybody thinks? The conventional wisdom is the consumer has been very resilient.
Well, I hear that a lot. The consumer is strong. But when you look at what they're spending, though, is inflation, inflated dollars, if you will. So when you look at purchases of things, retail sales of goods, they're actually down when you inflation adjust them, and they have been for something like 10 or 11 straight months. We'll see what the numbers that come out on retail sales from the Census Bureau next week. But they've been down for a long time. Then they say, they've been shifting to services. We all hear that. And there is no doubt that there's an increase in airlines and hospitality. But then you're starting to see some chinks in that armor. Stories about occupancy rates being a little down in Florida or rates for rooms coming down. So I don't know. But meanwhile, the much bigger increase in services is coming from purchases that are not discretionary. So there's a lot of healthcare expenditure. Some of that also deferred from the COVID pandemic. Some of it just big increases in price. There's been huge inflation in healthcare costs. A big increase in housing costs, too. So a lot of the so-called services spending by the so-called healthy consumers is being spent on necessities while they're actually spending less on goods. So I think the consumer is feeling stretched, which is why you're seeing good responses to sale events, like promotional events like Amazon Prime. It's why I'm a big believer in Walmart or Amazon themselves or Costco or the off-price retailers. You had someone talking about that, like TJ Maxx. Those are great places for consumers to go in times like these.
Some of it is discretionary. They're spending on Taylor Swift tickets and Beyonce tickets and travel and hotels and cruises, as Seema was telling us. It's just the priorities are certainly a little different. Jerry, my question is actually on, you went through some of the inflation baskets. Apparel has held steady. I was surprised to see apparel 0.3% gain in June from May, which is exactly what it was last month. If demand was really falling hard, wouldn't we see lower prices?
Well, retailers have tried to cut back on inventory. They got stuck after the inflation. They're being very, very, very careful. So they don't have to discount yet. We'll see what happens in the holiday season if sales aren't as strong as they think they might be. And also supply chains are unsnarled. So it's better times for the commodities, et cetera, that go into the apparel. But apparel sales overall are not doing well. Those are discretionary purchases that consumers are not making, just like electronic sales are not doing well. And of course it's true that travel and entertainment are up. And that's the one services basket that I mentioned where you see, sort of pent-up demand from the pandemic and people going strong after that. But even that is starting to slow down. When you look over year increases, we're now in the single-digit category, where we had been in the double-digit category for a very long time. And again, you start to hear little stories that don't quite hold up to the fact that that's just going to keep rising into the sky. And it's not a big category. We keep thinking, hospitality, airlines. It's not very big when you compare it to healthcare or housing costs.
It does make you wonder, Jerry, when you got real wages growing again year on year for several quarters now, what they do with that extra buying power. Are you looking for the savings rate to go up?
Well, that's really good, seeing that is one of the great pieces of news today, was that real wages look like they're going up. I think it's the second month in a row, not quarter in a row, but it is we're starting to see some gains there, and that would be good. But consumers have taken on a lot more debt. Credit card balances are at significant highs. Delinquency rates are rising. And then we're looking at overhangs as we get to the fall, things like the student loans, et cetera. And so I'm not so sure that they have this, flush with cash kind of a situation. And, I think they're still very stressed. If inflation can come down and wages can go up, sure, they'll have more money to spend. Let's see if that can happen.
Everything you said is, if the Fed's listening at this moment in the halls of the Federal Reserve, they have to be like, yeah, go, Jerry, go.
Well, that's what they've been trying to do. I've said from the beginning, we're using one tool at the Fed, interest rate increases, to try to deal with, significant increases in government spending and the size of government, with supply chain disruption, with pandemic problems. Part of the employment issue is that people, older people over 55 still haven't gone to work in the same numbers that they used to work. So you have labor shortages overall. But the only tool the Fed has is interest rate increases, and they're going to keep doing that until they slow the consumer, and they're starting to do that.
Jerry, thank you. Good to get your
My pleasure.
take. Always opinionated. Gerald Storch, we appreciate it.